Hey, what's up, 1000? How you doing? Appreciate the likes. Thanks for stopping in, man. I've been catching your art here and there. I've been a little busy. How's it been going on your end? See, he's getting a little crab claws weighing him down. Yeah, these wrinkles take the soul out of me. Pretty much all I got left, and then start on the accessories. He's gonna have a removable helmet and all that jazz. Appreciate the likes, man. It's gonna be, hopefully this project's gonna be pretty neat. I'm gonna try to go live as much as I can to document it. It's fun to watch it in time lapse come together, because they take so long to do. Because once he's done, he gets pretty much like a diorama for a base. And then we still have the two sharks to do that are going to be swimming around him. So these things, it's always fun to record them, because then you can actually see it happen in a matter of minutes instead of weeks and months. And the clothing wrinkles take quite a while to do, especially since I'm doing the old school suit and they were kind of like a canvas, so there's a lot of folds and a lot of, especially being wet, there's a lot more sag and stuff to them than opposed to like a dry suit would have less character. But we'll see. So I'm thinking for his base, he's gonna have like a little shipwreck. He's gonna be like stepping around like an old pirate ship, and then we're gonna have two sharks swimming. So it'll be a while before this piece is done. And then once we get the wrinkles done, we can pretty much go on to the accessories like the belt, and we can do all that. Because he's gonna have a removable helmet. Well, he's gonna have interchangeable heads. So he's kind of gonna be he's gonna have multiple things that are removable and can either be added or taken off, depending on how he wants to be displayed. Let's see. I'm gonna back this camera off a little bit. Hey, appreciate the likes, Fidget. Good seeing you again. How's your week going so far? Appreciate the likes. Thanks for stopping in again. We're just working on the clothing wrinkles, and then soon we'll move on to the removable head and helmet. So that'll be pretty fun. Added, just mocked in the crab claw. So, and I don't know if we're gonna make a interchangeable hand, whether he can have like a normal hand and then the crab claw hand, or if he's just gonna have a crab claw. Hey, what's up?
Are you online?
Yeah. What do you need?
I don't need anything. I just need to finish the blog.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Try to keep this in. Let's see. Hey, can you turn that back on? The lights turned off on us. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of like watching paint dry a little bit, but we're just working on the clothing wrinkles. And we got a removable head and helmet. So I'm just making sure the folds and everything look good when the helmet's on, because this is going to be an interchangeable head. So we're going to have a helmet head and then either a skull head, or I might even make him a crab head since he has the crab claw. And then after he's sculpted, we'll get the base going, which is going to have like a little shipwreck on it. And then he's going to have 2 hammerhead sharks swimming around him as well. So he's going to have a lot going on by the time we get it all done. I just want to make sure I got all those wrinkles and the folds wrapped around that helmet as good as I can, because he's going to be a deep sea diver. And we got the knee pads done. All this, his lower half is already baked, so all this clay is already cured. And so we're just working on sections. Everything from the belt up is clay, and then this is just mocked in. We'll be taking that off and sculpting it later to add more detail. But yeah, he's gonna have interchangeable heads, which is gonna be pretty fun. So I'm either gonna do like a crab head or a skull, just a couple alternatives to make it more interesting. But yeah, we're just trying to get the torso and the arms finished up, and then put them in for another bake and lock all those details in. But as you can see, there's a lot of wrinkles and a lot of clothing folds we got to work through and make sure everything kind of makes sense with the way the clothing is pulling. So sometimes it takes a couple tries to get the clothing to pull, or to kind of mimic how it would be pulling in real life without exact reference. So some of that stuff is tricky to do, especially wet clothes. Like, he's pretty much going to be under the water, so they're going to be a little bit heavier. And the old suits were kind of made of canvas, so wet old canvas is pretty thick and will ripple up pretty good. So we're trying to mimic all that as best we can without getting hyper detailed. Just way too much. What is going on? What's going on? Gotta get out of this. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see. I wonder if I can angle this down a little bit more. There we go. See the whole thing now. Hopefully my arms aren't in the way too much. He's pretty big. He's 6 scale. So just for like reference, here's like a Lonnie. Try to put him, pretty tough to put him, but he's pretty big, so he's going to be quite sizable. This is the biggest scale I've sculpted on, So I'm glad the proportions are reading good. We did the math, and basically everything's based off the head with the human form. So as long as you can kind of gauge how big the head's gonna be, you can kind of take basic proportions and do the 8 heads high thing and base all the limbs off that. And that's kind of what I did there, and I'm glad it's working out. The human form's tough because everyone knows what it looks like, and if a little bit is off, we all know. We all know if a leg is too long, or so it's got to make sure you get everything right. Unless you're doing something stylized, then you can get away with pushing and pulling certain details. But I'm trying to keep this one as realistic as possible while still keeping kind of like an artistic flair to it, and still letting some, you know, so this doesn't look like a photograph. Still want to have a little style to it. Right now we're just filling in his arm because he's kind of, this is just the initial layer, and then we bake that, and then we add clay on top of it. So I'm just pretty much adding where the elbow and everything would be. Kind of doing that. Just trying to make everything read right, because if you just add wrinkles to it, the anatomy's still not going to read correctly. So we're always turning and always spinning the piece around. That way we're not missing anything, and we're not sculpting just from, you can't sculpt from one viewpoint too long. Otherwise you kind of have to chase everything, the proportions around. You might make the elbow too thick or something, and then you turn it the other way and it's thin as paper the other way, and you're like, oh shoot. So you always want to turn it around as much as you can and keep rendering from multiple viewpoints. And he's pretty much going to be, this isn't going to be his final base, but his main. Hey, what's up, Mondo? Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you. It's, I'm biting off a lot. And, hey, appreciate it, Mondo. Thanks for the heart, man. I'm kind of excited. Hey, thanks, Mondo, for all the gifts. I'm excited for getting to the finish line. It's a lot of, actually, I'm more excited just to get past the wrinkles. Wrinkles will drive him mad. The clothing. It's like, yeah, it's brutal. It was like fun for like the legs. Hey, thanks for sharing, Mondo. Thanks for all the gifts. Appreciate it, man. How's your evening going? Oh, come on. There we go. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I think the claw is going to be pretty sweet. And this is just a mock-up one. it's just solid clay. I'll go back and make a armature and everything for him. That way it's, I don't know if I want to make it detachable and have like a regular human hand, like I did that, like a roll with the head. And I might make multiple heads. I don't know yet. There's a lot left to do. Just getting started. I'm hoping to capture the whole process. That way I can make like a time-lapse video, because it's hard to, it's kind of like watching a skyscraper go up. It's like thousands of days and you're like, oh, staring at the same thing, and then one day it's done. So it's nice to go back and make a time-lapse video. I appreciate it, Mondo. And it's the biggest thing I've sculpted. And I thought it was going to be more challenging to sculpt bigger, but it's actually, I'm finding out it's actually a little bit easier than sculpting at the scale I was sculpting at. Because when you go to do the details, you can actually, you don't need like a magnifying glass. Found I was sculpting a little too small. But I think that was the art fear. I didn't want to mess up a big piece. And sometimes you just gotta swing for the fences. I was trying to stir up some chaos. Gotta have some fun after all those challenges. Gotta blow off some steam. Those poor saps doing the Nickelodeon one. 18 pieces. I would have left the chat. That's brutal. At least there's a lot of characters to choose from. Yeah. 18 would have had me in a panic attack. Mondo, did you have pieces in that one? I haven't. I've been roughly keeping up with it. I think a lot of it. Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and find yours. I've probably seen them. But I came in midway when you guys were doing that one. So I think I don't know if I looked all the way back. I'm still trying to watch the welcome video and figure out where to go. Well, I feel like you'd have to sacrifice something with that many. Because, I mean, even 6 is a lot. And then you're like, oh, I kind of have to... Hey! What's up, Raven? So, I mean, you kind of have to sacrifice something at that point. Unless you're just like Grifferick? Is that how you say her name in the group? Are they new? I can't keep everyone straight. I know like a couple people. I know the regulars. Hers is okay. I thought it was. Yeah, she can do some crazy stuff in Photoshop. Her monochrome piece, she's like, all I use is a loop tool or the lasso tool. I was like, what? I don't know. My brain don't work like that. That piece was freaking good. I did vote. I think I voted for... It's between yours and the... Who did I vote for? I voted for the... It's a monochrome green piece with a lady. And it's... Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is she new too? I haven't... I don't know. I'm the new person asking if people are new. No, okay. She's probably been held hostage in that Nickelodeon challenge. I'm trying to make this clothing wrinkle process as interesting as possible. But it's like watching paint dry, I know. Yeah, I feel that. I'll probably hit days where I fall off the face of the earth and everyone's like, did he quit? Because I do go through my phases. I have thrown my sculpting, all my sculpting stuff in the trash before, and like all of it. Sculptures, tools, and I was like, So that's the ADHD for you right there. But I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm just gonna start calling. I'm like, oh, are you new here? I'm just gonna say that to everybody now. Oh, you new? First day? No, pal. Who are you? Yeah, I don't even know. I guess I don't. Well, it should come on the announcements, right? Why'd you do that? Never do that. I've learned. I miss all of my pieces I threw away. Especially sculptures, like you're literally throwing away time. I guess with art too, but well, that's good. At least it was a... Well, even it's still nice to have the ones you're not as happy with. Just for your... There's still a sentimental value to be like, yeah, this was like the first thing I did or whatever. Never go full frothy with the sculptures. You'll regret it. Yes, because I know it's your kryptonite. I will get the mob behind me too. How about a sculpting channel? Oh, that's good. Kept the clay. There you go. You just didn't can it. There you go. Recycling. It's like monster clay, but then oil-based clay. Let's see. I'm trying to. Hold on. It's telling me to remove my background noise. I got laundry going behind me, so. Whoops. Oh yeah, if there's anything, I'm so new to going live, so if there's anything that's just like off the wall. More channels. I was like, yeah, there's just not enough channels. That'd have been awesome. I wouldn't have been mad. I'd be like, I respect it. You're sticking to your guns. I'd be like Dwight off The Office when Will Ferrell's character comes in, just starts yelling at him, and then Dwight finally listens. I respond really well to authority. Let's see. Let's get trimmed down a little bit there. And never buy fancy tools for sculpting either, because I'm using a paintbrush. Or make your own. Because the only time they really matter is like with like pottery and stuff. Also made popsicle sticks. I'll just make whatever shape I need. They are, and sometimes like you get tools from other stuff. Like my wife hates it because I like steal. I gotta talk low, but I like steal tools from the kitchen. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, this would be really great for a piece I'm doing. Just quit. Wouldn't that just be the most deflating thing to ever hear? Especially in that community of the dark arts, that you just quit. Like, oh God, I'm that bad. It'd be so disheartening. That'd be hilarious. Mondo, I think you need to be bullied every once in a while. Mondo, are you gonna give that self-portrait you did of your dad for Christmas? You're the victim. Sometimes you're the bat, sometimes you're the ball. I'm gonna be so mad when I bake this piece and I find out like one of the wrinkles I forgot to like blend in. That'll be a crash out day for sure. I'll be like, you. Usually happens just once. and I won't see it till it's all painted and done, because that's how the world works. Yeah, very true. It's still nice just to do it the first time. Because sometimes you don't catch it until like, oh, it's usually painting where you have to like look at every aspect of it. That's usually when you catch it. And I'll usually just fill it in with like epoxy clay or something where I don't have to put it back in the oven. Yeah, usually when I use epoxy clay, a lot of sanding involved in using epoxy clay. I'm more familiar with it though. It's a little bit. Every clay has their advantages on what you can do with it. That's what's maddening. So you're like, man, if this was the other clay, I could do this piece so good. How many stars does Raven have? I was gonna send you that meme of Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob scraping off one of SpongeBob's gold stars. I forgot to. I was like, we're taking one of Mondo's stars. And then I was going to put that GIF below. I think what's it, the driving school episode or whatever? So funny. What's up, Blender? Thanks for the likes, man. How is it going? Yeah, that's what it was. Blender, if you ever want to join a really good, I don't know if you do Discord or not, but Mondo and Raven run, I think you guys do, right? Or is it, I don't know. I don't know who the admins are, but pretty sure I know it's Mondo for sure. But really good community, and they always have challenges that go on monthly. If you're ever interested in like a really good community of artists, a little bit of everything in that group too. It's been really fun. It's pushed me out of my comfort zone. It's got me doing things that I would not be doing, like scenery. Oh, nice. Heck yeah. That's what I thought. But sometimes I got myself believing some propaganda that I made up myself and spew. We're like, no one's ever actually said that. Like, oh, just made that up. Cool. Dude, the scenery, man. That was brutal. It's a really fun art group, though. Dark Art Studios. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like the worst spokesperson you could ever have for any product group. Dude, the shrimp head's coming. Oh, you're good. No, I always like ideas because I'm like, sometimes my ideas, I'm like, I don't know, because you get stuck in your own rut, you know? Like deep sea scuba divers. Do you know how many of these things I've done? and I will do them until I die. Yeah, it's always good because, and especially I found like my wife is not like super creative, or she doesn't really. She's creative like in her own ways, but like art wise, not really. But she always has like really outside the box ideas, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like that would be awesome. And so it's always nice being around just different people and asking different people. But yeah, it's a really fun group, really a positive, no egos, which I like. 'Cause some groups you get into, you're just like, who's this guy? These people that are a little much. So it's really nice having a community of, especially just the different challenges, gets you out doing stuff you wouldn't do by yourself. But everyone's really supportive, and it just makes the learning all that more fun. Like I have never done drawing scenery, so that was very eye-opening. Mondo apparently wanted to put us through a boot camp. But we all came out better. Thank you. Yeah, everyone did. Everyone did really good. That Christmas album, the artwork was really awesome. That one was pretty open-ended too, and I like all the different pieces that ended up coming through on that one. It's always fun to have like a prompt and then see the end, see everyone submit their stuff, and then you're like, oh wow, that was a really creative way of thinking of that prompt. Yeah, the Christmas one was fun. That was kind of a nice little pop-up challenge too. Yeah, Mondo, if you check out Blender's pieces, I don't know if you know who Phil Tibbett is, Mondo, but one of the old school artists from like the early Star Wars, or the original Star Wars, back when they did like stop motion scenes and stuff with the monsters before like CGI and all that. Blender stuff is very Phil Tippety, and I love it because I've never seen that style. It's very unique. Nice. I'll have to check out the scenes that you do. I don't think I've seen the scene. I think I've just seen the characters. Yeah, for sure. The pop-up challenges would have me, especially you running. I don't know how you run the dang thing and then also participate. Diabolical. That's awesome. What an entrance. For those characters. That's hilarious. Yeah, I was gonna say your stuff. I was gonna say your armatures. I was like, you know what you're doing when I seen them. So that makes sense that the way you wrap the wire. I noticed that. I was like, wow. Yeah, clay for me is like therapeutic. It's really I don't know, something. I just like it. In the end, you have something like tangible that's like 3D. But I understand like things that I can see better. Like drawing, I feel like drawing takes a different mind too. Especially like when you foreshortening and stuff. You definitely gotta. I have to think a lot when I draw. I'm sure everyone does, but I feel like 3D stuff comes a lot easier. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, the alien one, the green guy. He's one of my favorites. I'll be resculpting him in the 6 scale as well, because his backstory is. Let's see. Yeah, scribbling's fun. It's fun having. I have 2 little kids, and they kind of get you back into just doodling for fun, and it's like, oh, you forget, you get too serious about drawing. It's nice to kind of get back into the child's mindset and attack art from that perspective again. But a shrimp head is definitely coming. I've never sculpted or even looked at reference material for a shrimp, so we shall push ourselves. I'm up for the challenge. I like shrimp because they're kind of like, it's kind of like I don't know, are they really? This is gonna sound super stupid, so don't make fun of me, but shrimp and like insects and crap, they're not like, you know how like some things have like cross, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like they could be related with how they are. Yeah, I love your wire, guys, especially the little like faces and heads you give them. It's very original, that is for sure, and that's like my favorite thing about it. I'm like, man, very familiar yet really original. You hit the nail on the head with the design of those things. Yeah, the sproutlings. Those are cute, and mischievous. How tall are they? Like, what's their scale? Oh, we're getting a lot done. We're almost there. With roughing it in, at least. Almost there. You good, Mondo? Hey, send some cookies over, though. Oh, dang. 40 feet of wire? Oh, that's crazy. I guess, yeah, they are pretty thick. That's nuts. Yeah, I can see why. The other day when you were like, yeah, the fluoro wire's cheaper, and I'm like, yeah, 40 feet of aluminum wire for each character would, especially the craft wire, they really got that stuff. They got that price hiked up. That stuff is criminally priced. Yeah, you can't beat that. I don't even want to do the math on. Well, I don't even know. When I ordered my craft wire online, because I was like, I didn't really have time, so I'm just gonna get it through Amazon or whatever. And then it was like through some. And I'm pretty sure it's not the right gauge that I ordered. Yeah, the tariffs were and are pretty cool, huh? I buy like Folgers coffee, and I think I got like the 25-ounce Folgers can or whatever. It was like $9, and then one day it was like I was like doing shopping, it was like 22, and I'm like what? Coffee went up like 30% or something. It's insanity. Yeah, it's nice and easy to work with. You just get the bait. You don't get you just get the aluminum or with the green coating on it. Because I have some fluoro wire, but it's got let's see if I can focus it in. There we go. But it's got like almost like a paper coating on it. Because then you can take like super glue and like lock it in for use with clay. What kind of cookies you making, Mondo? Yeah, I usually use like anywhere from like 9 to 12 gauge wire, depending on the size. The stuff I just ordered didn't even come labeled. I'm pretty sure it's like 14 though, because I had to like double it up, and it's still pretty wobbly, which is alright. It makes for readjustment if you mess up a proportion. You can kind of bend it. You can bend the shoulders and the elbows in easier. I'm afraid to switch to steel because It's just harder to move. But it's nice if you do pose it right. And it doesn't wobble around on you as much. But you kinda get used to the wobble a little bit. There you go. Right, yeah, we're getting a lot done. I didn't know how much I was going to be able to get done, but it's coming along. I cannot wait to be done with these clothing folds. Brutal. I think I gotta look at this again. There we go. There we go. But I've only used like 3/4 of a pound of clay, so I bulked it out with tinfoil pretty good. I was hoping not to use a ton of clay. I didn't know how much a 6 scale figure would be. And then when you're bulking it out with tinfoil, sometimes you bulk it out too much. And then you have to press it in. Because sometimes you bulk it out the amount that the actual arm's gonna be. And that really just sends you into a mood. You're like, gosh. So I'm glad I estimated right on that. I feel like you could sculpt for a while and still goof that up. Let's see, I gotta think about how this one would be. How do we want to attack this one? Get that one blended in there. And I'm just trying to think of all the accessories on his suit that he's gonna have. Because my reference, I've been lightly referencing stuff. So all his stuff's kind of up in the air. And then the removable helmet, this will get baked. And this will pretty much just be just like how we did here. That's baked. And then we're adding fresh clay onto it. So that's gonna get baked. And then we'll have a hard surface to sculpt our fresh clay on, and then we'll fix because he's kind of he needs more clay here to make that helmet more round. But we'll bake this, and all it is a tinfoil armature. I just made it all out of tinfoil. It's like a tinfoil ball, and then tinfoil, and then put clay on top, and it keeps it all together. So we'll bake him, or bake the helmet, and then we'll have a solid surface to sculpt on. It won't be as goofy. But if you guys got any ideas of what we should add equipment wise, Mondo, this thing, if I don't screw it up, is gonna be pretty sweet. Because I think the base is gonna, and this isn't necessarily the finished base, but the base is gonna have like a mini shipwreck of like an old school pirate ship, and then we're gonna have the two hammerheads swimming around in. But I gotta look back at my reference, the piece I did in the sketch piece I did in wax, because one of the sharks is pretty low, and I don't know what I'm gonna make the shipwreck out of. I think I'm gonna have to use like popsicle sticks with like a cardboard or like a cardboard armature, super glue that together, and then use popsicle sticks for kind of the wood structure of the boat. So there's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of mixed media on it. For the which challenge with the Heim, I didn't. Oh, or is it just in the? It's probably just in the art group, huh? I wasn't sure if you were talking about the stained glass. I didn't see it. Big fan of sharks, though. Love sharks. Anything in the ocean is just sweet. Okay, I'll take a look at that when I get off here. There's another guy I follow on here that I don't think he's part of our art group. I think he's kind of an older artist, but he does a lot of shark stuff. He used to be like an industrial designer or something. But Sharktastic, I think it's like shark and then sarcastic, like Sharktastic studio. But he's always got some cool stuff going on. He does a lot of like masking with the Copic markers. I'm like, I've never seen that before. I was like, that's pretty cool. He's got a couple different techniques I've never seen anyone else do. You can see where like his industrial design career influences the art career, and that's pretty, I like that when people's like occupations kind of come through on their creative side. Like, I'm a carpenter, so like a lot of stuff that I do sometimes people are like, oh, like how'd you do that? And I was like, oh well, just, or like, where'd you get that at? And I'm like, I don't know, it's just a piece of scrap off the floor at work. And I was like, oh, this would be cool for like part of my base. I'm always hoarding stuff. Always got ideas. Mondo, what kind of cookies you making? Sugar cookies? Chocolate chip? What you got going? Oh, hell yeah. Even better. What do you put, like, I've never even heard of those. Put, like, mini marshmallows in them? what I love about Christmas. You can try like every possible cookie ever if you're in the right spots. By the time it's like the last day before Christmas break and someone brings in like the last cookie platter and you can't even look cookies in the eyes anymore, you're just like, I can't do this. I'm gonna be 1,000 pounds. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel for the clothing wrinkles. I am psyched. I'll have to look those up. We might make those. My wife usually makes pretzels with like toffee over them. Like you make the toffee like liquid and then kind of like coat the pretzels in it. She made those, I think for Thanksgiving. Those were really good. So I'm always looking for new treat ideas. Mom, you keep saying that, and I'm gonna come abduct you and make you start sculpting. Sculpting's so much fun. I will, but CosClay is the way to go if you're gonna go polymer, because it literally, if you make, like if I was to bake this with an armature inside, I could move that piece, I could move this closed and shut. It's flexible after you bake it. Oh yeah. Well, I got a 2 and 4 year old, so I just gotta put all your stuff up. I just sculpt at night and then put it up before morning. But I feel that. Yeah, on the roof. On the roof is right. And that still might not be 100% safe. Them dang things are feral. I don't even know if she's still in here. Is she still in here? She's probably just hanging out, listening to the chaos. Alright, I need some music here. That going. Trying to hurry up and get all this stuff done. That way, like, every live isn't just, oh look, it's clothing wrinkles again. I'm trying, people. I'm trying. Oh, there she is. Hey, the front register is better than the principal's office. Mondo goes to the principal's office. You gotta stand up to get this one. Where's that tool go? There it is. Oh, did you hear that sound, Mondo? It's the sound of another channel popping up. One at a time, slowly. Each person is going to have their own channel. And I'm going to set all the notifications so anytime anyone posts, you also get a notification. It's going to be dark times ahead. You're going to love it. Oh, shut down. I feel like I've always like joined in the past like a Discord, mainly for like gaming and stuff like that. And I will say you guys do a very good job at keeping like the notifications down, because there's some Discords where I'm like, you wake up in the morning and you get like 175 notifications. You're like, what is going on? What up, Dino? Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing some death by clothing wrinkles. At the moment, hopefully we'll get this finished up tonight. Wrong direction. Hopefully the audio is a little bit better. I still got the washer and dryer going behind me, so I'm kind of in a bomb shelter. I share, my art studio is half storage room. Yeah, I rarely, I think the only notifications I really get are the ones I signed up for. And if someone like is talking to me and tagging my name in it, I rarely get, hey, thanks for all the likes, Mondo. I rarely get just like random notifications. And even like, even if I did get notifications for everything, I don't think it'd be as bad because, oops, sorry, hold the camera there. I don't think it'd be as bad because everyone's pretty like not like well behaved, but like everyone's kind of got like etiquette, and so it's not like insane. Get in some groups and like someone's having like a full blown personal conversation in the lobby, and you're like, what are we doing? Oh, you're good. You're good. Always got to help the misses. Yeah, exactly. It's not just like a rogue wasteland of digital chaos. All like, or is it sometimes like at work, I'd be like in a group text with the guys or whatever, and you just see I think Apple like tells you if someone like leaves the group message or whatever, and you just see me at like 1 a.m. be like, Spencer has left group chat. I'm like, yeah. You send me like 3 notifications, you're done. Group chats on the phone are the worst. I think it's gonna be a human hand just for the contrast, just to show. But if I do a skull, if I do the interchangeable head as a skull, I'll do that like a decaying hand, possibly. And then the shrimp head, I think I'd probably just do a regular hand, just to kind of just to balance out the ocean life. Yeah, so I mean, options are open. Options are open, and it's gonna be a while before we get into like where we have to have a decision made, I think, because I'm probably gonna do the hands last. Yeah, where the skull would, because then he's like, oh, if he's like a skeleton and decaying, then he's been down there for a little bit. So I don't know. There's a lot of different ways we could go, which I like. Keeps it open. I don't like being so stuck on something. I like when pieces develop and turn out better than my original idea. Or if someone says something, or if I see something just in my regular life and I'm like, oh, that would be a really good detail to add. Yeah, and it's weird how like the ocean and space stuff is like kinda, yeah, Lovecraft. I love me some Lovecraft. Yeah, all 3 of those are awesome. But it's pretty crazy how space and like deep ocean are intertwined with like even like just the looks of like scuba gear, and then it's all kind of the same in a way. I think, like, what do they always say? We know more about space than we do, like, our own oceans. I'm always intrigued by science. What's a lot of, I did a crack and rum bottle one time that was Lovecraft themed. That was fun. Yeah, I gotta turn notifications on for your posts, because sometimes I'll see them but then I'll go like a couple days and not see them, but then I'll see like people's posts from like September, and I'm like, why is this on my feed? I'm like, nah, I look like a creeper because I like something of somebody's, and then I like looked down and saw the date, and I'm like, oh, 9/28. I'm like, okay, whatever, TikTok. Hey, there's nothing that says you gotta be fast, unless you're a commercial artist. Then it's like freaking, you gotta have something finished in like 8 hours. Like some of those deadlines, I'm like, no thanks. I do have those on Raven. I do get those. I'm just gonna ghost everybody in the art exchange. The person I got's gonna love it. Be like, well, they did put ghosts on their list, so fight that one, Mondo. Yeah, I can see the doing it for like speed and stuff for is like a challenge, because there are things you gain from doing like quick exercises. But yeah, like if it's like every project and people just telling you to hurry up, it's like, yeah, but yeah, pretty tough to tell artists what to do. We march to our own drum. That is for sure. Well, see, they're not really like an art teacher, you know? If it's like, there's no rules to art, that's how you like grow up. And then like, I had an art teacher like that. She didn't like that I did skulls and stuff like that all the time. And I was like, what's it matter? Like, I got like lesser grades because I would do like a skull, and I'm like, that's kind of... Yeah, see, when people start regulating innovative ideas, no thanks. Speed draw would be fun. I found it. Should have been like, well, I manifested it with my creativity. Or like, I don't know if you guys ever follow, it's an artist named Shape Carver, but he literally does the same stuff. Grifford, whatever her name is, that username is. I also read at the level of a 3-year-old monkey, so forgive me. You were the guy, weren't you? You're like, I'm gonna blow this thing up. None of us are passing this class. Hey, at least you're like, hey, this stuff's gonna go down. I need some creative shrapnel here. Sometimes you need pieces. That's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, so you started with wire and clay pretty right off the bat. That's actually a pretty cool idea though. Exploding and rebuilding with wire. I bet those are pretty cool looking. You should post pictures of them if you got them. I wonder if you show me the city was. Everybody, yeah. I know some of that stuff gets buried. Let's see, I gotta just figuring it. Oh, cool. Heck yeah. Mask making's pretty good. I never got into masks or whatever. I found those like later. Like Jordy Shell and Casey Love. Guys that did like prosthetic masks and stuff like that. But they occasionally do like different materials and stuff like that. Let's see, let me use my paintbrush for now. Yeah, I never. The thing that got me into sculpting was actually I wanted to make like dioramas all the time, and I had like these grandiose ideas, and like I couldn't find the figures and stuff that I wanted to like purchase. It was like just like the basic like HO train people and stuff like that. So then I got sculpt. I saw like, and then I got into like people that did minifigures with like Sculpey and epoxy putty. Yeah, dioramas are awesome. That's what I kind of want to do with these. Just a bunch of mixed media stuff and make like scenes. You hate flowers. That's awesome. Like, I hate flowers, but they're gonna be part of my art. That's funny. How do you hate flowers? What's the lore? Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it. If you're allergic, there you go. That makes sense. That's funny, because you can kind of, now that you say that, you can kind of see where, like, your little sproutlings are kind of mischievous, and they kind of look like they'd give you allergies. That's funny. I like that. Thanks for the likes, Mondo. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for sticking out the clothing sculpting. Once we figure out the props and stuff, I think it'll start getting more interesting. Then I'll probably do the cleanup and stuff like that. Yeah, you gotta eat some cookies. Yeah, you did. Lender, you hit the nail on the head with their design and their attitude. That's kind of that's the vibe I got the first time I saw him. I gotta figure out. Let's see. Yeah, dang. You've been cooking on the taps, because I think last time I looked up, I haven't really been paying attention to them, but they were like 600 or 700 or something like that. Went off on the taps. Let's see. It's a crew bag. You know, I thought about, I can't really do it now because the bottom half is baked. So I don't know how. I've thought about tattering the suit. But now that I baked the bottom, I'd probably have to, I don't know how, like I could do it, I just don't know how uniform it would be. I'd have to go probably back in with a Dremel. And then the edges would probably be the most tattered. I could probably do it. Super, yeah, I don't know. We got a lot of things, a lot of directions we could take. We could take this thing. And I'm not opposed to anything. Because everything that I kind of want this piece to be, we'll have it added, like the hammerhead sharks. Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you get into the real worn and ripped apart stuff, then the helmet's gonna have to get like a patina. Painting, very new to. I'm very basic at painting, so that's gonna be a whole nother phase of this project. Is gonna be kind of working through those growing pains as well. I'm just rounding. He has a flat spot behind his wrist here, so I'm kind of just adding clay to make it more tubular. I think that's what the freaking turtle off Nemo says. Now he's getting crazy. Hold on. And add. So yeah, the wear and tear would definitely be interesting. And it would make sense because it's gonna have like a shipwreck at the base. And I'll probably be wrapping this live up here. I think my phone's about to die. I don't think I have a charger inside down here. I just noticed that. So if the screen goes, or if I disconnect, That's what happened. But appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm pretty new to doing these live, so anything I can do to improve it, let me know. Send me a message. You can tell me right here. I don't know, like, if audio's off until I go back and like watch a couple seconds of it, and then I'm like, oh shit, that was, no wonder why people were tuning out. It sounded like I was in a freaking dryer. Awesome, good to hear. But yeah, hopefully I'll get some time for the next live. We'll be working on something. I'll probably have to do, I gotta think of like accessories and stuff. But yeah, whew, got a lot done tonight. Yeah, we gotta figure out the hands. Hands, shrimp head. This bad boy's gonna have a lot going on. It's gonna be fun though. Hopefully it kind of becomes like a community project. Everyone's gonna kind of add a little bit to it. It'll be pretty fun. Let's see here. Add a little bit there. Build that back up. I didn't do a very good job of getting this arm formed out before I started adding. Got a little. Overall, probably over 100, but a lot of them were like in oil-based clay, like monster clay, where you can melt back down. You can melt it back down and reuse it. So a lot of stuff I didn't save because, like, especially with the oil-based clay, you have to make molds if you want to keep something. And then making molds is like a whole nother art form in itself as far as getting them to turn out. And then it's really expensive for silicone and stuff like that. So I just kind of got, and I recently just got back into sculpting. So, but this time, I'm like, I'll do one-of-a-kind sculptures, and that way I can keep them and display them. And it kind of helps me get work actually completed, because like if you're not taking it all to the finish, like as far as like painting and, you know, really doing everything you can do with it, you're kind of less attached to it, and then you don't keep anything around. And so I think this will help me actually finish projects. And especially, like, I think the lives are going to hold me accountable when people get interested in it and want to see more of it. I'm just trying to do more stuff on the accountability side. Yeah, I need supervision, especially when it comes to finishing stuff. Like everything I finish for the challenges and stuff, like those are the first pieces of art. It's probably like the first year I've actually like, aside from like 5-6 years ago, we're actually like finished stuff. So that's why I like the community so much, because I'm like, oh yeah, now I'm actually like held accountable, and we have challenges and stuff, so it helps a lot for the demons I'm fighting. So I'm like, oh, let's start a new project. Let's do that. It's like the worst. And then you got like 50 and then you're overwhelmed with. You're like, okay, today I'll just use today to finish projects. And then when you have like 75 projects staring you in the face, you're like, maybe I'll just create a new one. I don't have to look at these. But that's the insanity that runs through my mind. So supervision is needed. Yeah, I mean, because what Studio Black, that's monthly. I think if I could probably, it'd have to be on a much smaller scale, I think. But yeah, that'd be pretty intense. I don't know. Might challenge myself one day. Why not? I could probably do one on wax and just paint the wax. Wax is pretty fast, because you don't need an armature with the wax I use. Yeah, Studio 1 or Studio 2. Trust me, I plan on making a sculpture. I've thought about doing a sculpture for the gift exchange, so I could probably do one in 2 months if work doesn't get all nuts. I feel like work is gonna get crazy. I can feel it in the air. Yeah, but I feel like I got enough time to do it. And I feel like the person would be pretty psyched, because it'd definitely be something. Oh, if I did a good job on it. If I did, I tried taking their likes, and I'm like, I think I could pull that off. I've never sculpted one of those, but so if I could actually execute it and know I could execute it, yeah, I got 6 months. You right. And I'd probably try to finish something like a 2D piece as well. I'd probably try to do a little bit of everything. You guys go all out for your gift exchanges, which I thought was really cool, because like Michelle gives away a lot of frame stuff. I saw you had like frame stuff, so I'm like, everyone keeps it pretty professional, which is really cool. So I was like, I can't be the person that's like, oh, what'd you get? And it's like wrapped in like a plastic Walmart bag. Don't want to be that guy in the group. So yeah, I feel like I'll have to see, because I know, and it's funny because June 19th is actually my birthday, and so that's funny that that's like the end date for the gift exchange. And I was like, that's pretty random. almost getting there. Yeah, I got 2%, so my phone's probably gonna be checking out here momentarily, but I appreciate everyone stopping by and hanging out, talking. Always enjoy chatting. Hopefully the next live, I don't know when I'll be live again. It's kind of been sporadic, just when I can, because of my schedule at home. But I'll try to get this finished up in the meantime, all the clothing, and that way, when I do go live again, we'll have a little bit something. Maybe we'll build the armature for the crab claw. I know this hand will probably be the last thing to go, and if you're new and haven't seen any of this, this will be the removable, interchangeable. This will be a deep sea diver helmet for the deep sea diver, and he's going to have interchangeable heads. So he's either going to have a skull head. I think we're going to do a shrimp head. That'll be interesting to sculpt. And yeah, he'll have a crab claw, and we don't know if that's going to be interchangeable with like a regular hand, or if I'm going to make 2 sets of hands, or what's going to happen with that. And then we'll probably, I'd like to get the torso and all the arms done, and all the accessories and stuff that we're going to do, because I think he's going to have some hoses coming off his helmet and some ropes. We'll just kind of have to see where it goes from here. So, but appreciate everyone tuning in. Mondo, thanks for all the likes, shares, and we'll do this again soon. Have a good night, everyone.